Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I am Hexabeast, normally known just as Hex, and today I am playing everybody's favorite horrible tsundere real kind teenager, Barrow. And I am joined by another member of the Protect the Town crew. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am the jazziest AAA battery this side of the county line, or just Jazz for short, and today I will be playing B.R.O, the small toy robot that Barrow has attached himself to.
Yes.
And we're starting off this FPS as a little bit of background. So Barrow's been carrying Bro everywhere. Emotional support toy robot, very important job. Barrow realizes he hasn't actually talked to Bro.
No.
At all. In any capacity.
He really hasn't, and he feels a little bit bad about that because he's just been kind of carrying this robot and assuming everything's fine. Because the robot hasn't protested.
Yeah, Bro's not protesting.
But then he realizes he doesn't really know if Bro is protesting or not because he's never talked to this robot before. And so he's deciding, well, I've solved one communication barrier between me and the platypus. So, and the other communication barrier between me and the Glockhead is non-existent because we both speak common. So, let's fix another one, I guess. And I'm assuming he's gonna at least do this most things in his life later at night when he thinks everyone else is asleep. Because that's how this kid operates, I guess.
Sometimes it really do be like that.
It do. What would Bro be doing? Would he just be vibing? Is he charging? What's Bro doing?
I feel like he's for shits and giggles, he's literally just plugged into the wall. He has a cable reaching out of the back. He's literally just plugged into a wall socket right now.
Beautiful. We love to see it. All right.
Hard to since he normally sits in the exact same position. Hard to tell if he's awake or not.
Yeah. And otherwise, he's just in Barrow's bag of holding, just kind of poked out the top, just vibing. And Barrow's gonna rather just not really announcing himself in any way. He's just gonna kind of plop down on the floor in front of Bro, looking at this robot and just Everything good over there?
Bro has no clue Barrow's there.
Oh no.
So Barrow sits down and Bro does not move in the slightest. The little light on his head, it's normally red, and it just kind of fades in and out idly.
Okay.
That's all Barrow notices.
Yep, that's fair. He's gonna very carefully just kind of tap Bro on the head and just kind of, you awake, little guy?
At that point, he probably does immediately just kind of you hear little, what noise is that? What, the shutters on his eyes, they flick open and everything.
Okay.
He finally notices Barrow, and the light on his head solidifies into its normal color. And Bro just looks up.
Yep, just looks up. Barrow. Oh, go ahead.
That was it.
Barrow looks at him for a moment, for a beat. Nothing happens. So he just kind of tilts his head to one side and has a little bit of an internal debate with himself, and then decides, you know what, we might as well just jump into this. And he kind of just, I feel like I should have asked this beforehand, but no, things got complicated. It's whatever. Don't worry about it. Better
normal blanks.
Yeah. Better to ask about it now, I guess, than never, and then just be left wondering. Anyway, look, because I don't even think he knows Bro's name.
Up in the air, honestly. You could roll something for it. Roll whichever you think would be applicable.
Probably an intelligence of some kind, so I'll just roll a straight intelligence and we'll see.
We'll see.
17?
Yeah. I feel like he's probably got, like a brand or something like stamped or carved or whatever, because he's a dork.
Yeah.
He probably has initials carved on his base, I'd imagine, like the underside.
Mm-hmm.
And considering Barrow has carried Bro around various places for a while, he's probably noticed it at some point and just assumes the, B.R.O acronym is at least something to call him.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. So that's probably what he's gonna, at least be referring to him as. But he just kind of, I never really asked any. Can you even understand what we're saying?
There's just like a beep as it takes for a second, but eventually you see Barrow, his head just bobs up and down.
There is a surprising amount of relief. Just, okay, good. Okay, that's good. That makes all of this a lot easier. He kind of thinks a moment. I just kind of assumed that you didn't need to, but can you even, you understand common, can you speak it in a way?
Bro just tilts his head to the side.
Do you have a way of communicating with people?
God. I just to think about what I just want. Bro lets out just like an idle beeping noise. There's no pattern to it. It's just a beep.
It's just a beep.
Beep, boop.
He beep boop.
And when he beeps, the light on his head flashes to go with the noise, but it's just a beep.
Yeah. Barrow equally in turn tilts his head and seems to think a moment. And now he's racking his brain. His tiny, I say tiny, his little half-elf brain, as much as he can, trying to figure out what the hell he wants to talk to this robot. He's about to ask, "Can you and then he looks at Bro's hands. And he thinks a moment and he goes, "Probably not." And he just kind of hunches forward.
Bro just he doesn't seem to respond. He just looks at Barrow.
Yep.
The entire time.
Yep. Barrow is musing to himself, at this point, okay, so you can beep. You could probably figure out a kind of code, but that would take forever. Do you know how to read or write in Common? Or spell in Common?
That last word got cut off. What was it?
Do you know how to spell in Common?
Hold on. God. So Barrow beeps like, it's a bit slightly like, actually, I need to roll for this too.
Oh no.
Um.
Oh boy.
Okay. Bro pulls a gyro out of his hammer space and casts light on it. You said spell.
B.R.O makes the prayer hands. The other kind of spell. Write. Can you write in common? Do you know how to...
He shoves the gyro back in hammer space. I think I'll roll hammer space. Again. If my dad comes in, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'll have to roll multiple times for this because he's sleeping.
Oh no.
Okay, so that was to pull out the claw hands.
Okay.
So he has actual hands right now.
Yep.
And then he pulls out a pen. Just pen.
Okay. B.R.O kind of perks up at that, and
right. This is what that's for, right?
Yeah. Okay. And he pulls out the and from his bag of holding, he pulls out like a notebook and sets it down and just says, "Do you know how to write in common? Can you?" He's looking at those claw hands and wondering.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Nat 20.
So bro does know how to write. The question is, can he do it with his hands?
Yeah. He's like a laser printer moving back and forth with the pen.
Yeah. I think it's another flat mod. No. So he knows how to write and spell at least.
Okay.
But like if B.R.O sits the paper down or whatever, bro is very much struggling to keep the pen straight.
Okay. So B.R.O
it results in mostly scribble.
Yeah. B.R.O
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Yep. For the sake of recording, that was a nat 20 on the history and a 3 for the writing.
Yes. So yes, Bro, this is gonna be a problem.
Oops.
It's okay.
Oh, well.
Bro knows how to spell and read. He can't write, which that's okay. B.R.O kind of anticipated that with the claw hands. So now B.R.O's again racking his little elf brain, half elf brain, and he settles on, do you know what's it called? Morse code. Do you know that?
You just got a head tilt again.
No. Okay. So he's okay. And excuse me. He's thinking so hard. And then eventually he kind of pauses because he's realizing what he's doing, and he goes, "Would you like me to figure out a way for you to communicate with us?"
You just got another head tilt.
He frowns at that because this toy robot is clearly sentient and to a degree sapient. But
B.R.O asks if he wants to communicate, and he just gives like an inquisitive beat.
Okay. Maybe I can just try to maybe I can try something. So he's gonna just one moment. Hold on one moment. And he's gonna rummage around wherever the hell they're staying. I don't I don't know. Dice parser. Okay. Uh,
Cool.
that's a 12 to see if there was anything around this place. And actually, I forgot to add his investigation modifier, which is a +5, so that's a 17.
Yeah.
But
I was say, he should have intelligence.
yeah, he's got intelligence. But so he's looking around. So he's let me roll a d20, another d20, just to see if there's anything that would help. Oh, that's a 3. So he knows what he's wanting to find, and he's not finding it in this inn that they're staying in. So he kind of frustrated noises, but he have just okay. That means it'll take longer, but I can fabricate something. It's fine. It's fine. It should be easy. It's just gotta be, I guess, letters and sound, letters and noise. I can do that. That's easy. He's like, Bro is getting to hear this child like immediately start like rattling through how to do this as he's now like pulling things out of this bag of holding and just kind of setting them around Bro because he has sat back down in front of this toy and is now just digging around because he's gonna do this here.
Bro's just sitting there. He's still plugged into the wall.
Barrow is absolutely like, he's trying to figure something out. He's not sure if this is gonna work, but he's gonna try. And we're just gonna, let's see, what are his tools that I have him with? Oh, good. Okay, so that's actually a that plus a that, so it should actually be a this.
For shits and giggles,
yep.
while we're in the middle of this, I'd like to see if I can't roll investigation or
Please
whatever
do.
To see if Bro finds anything, because I feel like it'd be really funny.
Oh my god, please do. Please
if he manages it. It's a flat d20.
Oh my god, 16.
You think that's enough to find what I'm thinking of?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. So, in the middle of B.R.O doing his thing, Bro just like slowly 180s his arms, unplugs the cord from the wall. It retracts back into whatever hole, Toon robot things. He just slowly like goes to like whatever opposite end of the room or whatever, and Barrow probably is like a thunk of some sort.
He looks over. He's watching this little robot trundle off. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, he's watching the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like the bottom drawer of some random shelf or whatever. He has the claw hand, so he manages to get a grip on it. Slowly pulling the drawer open. It appears to be a little heavy. Does Barrow want to see?
I think he is gonna get up and just be like, "What are you looking for?"
The thing I was thinking of was the typewriter.
Yes!
Old dusty typewriter in a bottom drawer.
Fantastic. Barrow stares at this typewriter and then looks down at Bro.
Bro just gives another high-pitched beep.
He looks back at the typewriter and then at Bro. And is just, how did you know that was there? And he's squinting at Bro. Because he was trying to find something similar and he couldn't.
See, as the player, my thing is, this is Inkwell, and like any sort of old building, chances are I'm gonna get any sort of old building I've been in. There's been some sort of half falling apart typewriter somewhere if it's an old enough building owned by like a generation of people.
Oh yeah.
So that's my experience.
Yeah. Barrow has no idea.
Barrow has no idea about any of that. Like my other argument is Inkwell, so everyone is like, there's a little bit of creativity, whatever. But Bro, the toy robot, cannot communicate this in a fashion.
Nope.
Even if he would understand, like, or like, understand that in a way where he would be able to communicate it
Yep.
to Barrow.
He's just a funky little robot. He is just vibing. So Barrow just, okay, that's perfect, actually. That saves a lot of time. So he picks up this old dusty ass typewriter, carries it over to where he had originally set everything else down. Carefully sets it down and examines it. I am going to roll him some. Why? Dice Parser, no!
What was that? What was that for?
That was Tinker's Tools. See if he can, like, fuck with it a bit. Oh.
It is decently broken. Barrow doesn't know how this typewriter works.
He's
very familiar with this model.
Yep. He is. Listen. He has been an
I'll flip a D2. I'll flip a D2. If it's a 2, it's the thing I'm thinking of. Okay.
Excellent.
There's probably like some sort of bug or something, like critter that just crawled out of the typewriter. Shoutouts to MBT Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nice.
The reference for that is like there's like this little creek, and he was near, like, just going along the creek or whatever, and he found an old typewriter, and he was gonna like turn it into like a video or a stream where he restored the typewriter in like a really terrible shitty way because he had no idea what he was doing. And there was a leech in the typewriter.
Oh my god.
Like a live leech that he found when he was cleaning it.
God. Oh god.
But,
okay, cool.
There's no leech in this one because I feel like that would be me.
Yeah. But like, you know, a large bug, something.
Something definitely just crawls out on Barrow because that was a nat 1.
Yep. Barrow. Oh man, let me see if he. Let's see if he.
Wait, save.
He shouts. Immediately clamps the hand over his mouth because, oh god, no, don't wake anybody else. Do not wake anyone while you're doing this. Shakes off whatever bug it is. It's probably like one of those fucking like house centipede things that I hate.
Bro grabs and casts shocking grasp on the bug after Barrow screams at it.
Bro gets a look just like, really?
Barrow screams at the bug and Bro just picks it up. And
Bro just bug zaps it immediately. He just...
Bug made him upset.
I love you, Bro, so much. Barrow's just kind of, thanks, I guess.
You get a beep.
Okay. Well, with a bug out of it, let's see if we can try this again. We're gonna try again. Please, Dice Parser, be nice to my boy.
No, that one!
Does another bug come out of it?
Yes.
You
are okay.
Yes. This time it's a spider.
You get a spider on him. Does it crawl like on Barrow at this point?
No. Okay.
No.
He doesn't yell when it crawls on him. He just kind of like sets the spider, holds his arm straight out against the wall for the spider to crawl on, like, get away, get away, get away. God. So he's, oopsies, I didn't do that. You didn't see shit.
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, no, nothing happened. I totally didn't swap the roll zone in the gallery for a second there. With my DM powers. Barrow is now like very frustratedly staring at this typewriter. And he is determined to get this thing to work. And I swear to God, Dice Parser, one more time. You know what? I'm gonna say it works. It just takes a while.
That's fair.
Because fuck you, dice parser.
That's why they have the special roll now.
Yeah. So he's fiddling with this thing for a fair bit, for a fairly long time, a couple of hours. I imagine Bro is just sitting there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable. But eventually, he does kind of sit back, and then he tentatively hits a key, and it's not a loud, like, well, before he does that, he touches the, is it called the ribbon? Or is that, no, the back of it, the roll.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember what specifically it's called, but he touches that and actually gives it a little bit of a wind, and his fingers spark with shocking grasp, and the thing kind of like hums green, and the keys actually now all light up green. That same green that is now infused in all his magic because he's in Inkwell, and Inkwell magic is fucking with him in a fun way. Yeah. So it does that, and then he tentatively pushes a key, and he pushes A, and there's a little like it types the A, and there's like a moment where it stays like illuminated where paper would be, and there's a sound that just says A. And he's very pleased at that, like, yes.
Oh, it makes noise. Okay. Interesting.
It's very quiet, so like, but he can and he kind of just, okay, now let's see if I can get it to, and he'll fiddle with it a bit more. Like, he turns the little ribbon on the back, like he just kind of turns it, and then he pushes the key again. He pushes A again, and it again, A comes up like where the thing would be, but there's no sound this time, so he can toggle the sound on and off, which is good for him. But he's just, okay, I think I got it. Come here, little guy.
Bro just scoots over.
Yeah. I guess, type something? I don't,
Bro just kind of looks back and forth between the typewriter and Barrow for like a hot second.
Yep. Barrow's making like a go-ahead motion, like, go ahead.
Like, he saw like the letters pop up, and he's not sure what to do with that. And the typewriter's supposed to have paper and ink, and he didn't do that. But like, there's noises coming from it anyway.
Barrow kind of just
after.
Oh, go ahead.
After a point, I think he does like he just kind of scoots over. Because this is meant to be like an older typewriter, I'd imagine like the back keys are like really tall up.
Yeah.
But Bro, if you'll remember the pen he pulled out earlier, he didn't stuff that back.
Oh, good. He still has the pen.
He still has the pen.
Hey.
He had no reason to put it away. And he just kind of like hops on like the side of it or whatever. Like, he has to reach because his arms aren't very long.
Yeah.
And he just he hits a key with the pen. He types I'll just put it in the roll zone because he has to like maneuver in a really weird way to hit the keys, and he can only hit them one at a time because he's having to jam them down with a pen.
Yep.
But
Aww.
Yes, he does do the face.
Aww. For everybody listening, Bro types hi with a bracketed smiley face.
Yes.
And it's very cute. And Barrow grins at that.
Yeah,
Just
like, and once he's done typing, he he specifically like rotates and turns to look up at Barrow.
Barrow smiles down and just kind of waves back like, "Hi." um, and he's
Barrow's just holding the pen.
yep, he's watching this and he's like, he's thinking now. He's talking while he's thinking, and he's just, I could probably figure out a way to hook you directly into this, so you don't need to do that. But that'll take more time, so this will have to do for now. But I guess mission success. So and now he's suddenly realizing, I wanted to talk to this robot and I don't know what to talk about.
Once Barrow says, mission success, Bro, like, in the middle of that, Bro will start just tacking away at the typewriter again.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's gallery chat. I'm gonna put it in roll zone so it's all together.
Yeah.
He's encouraging.
He's encouraging. And Barrow smiles. Again, for the listeners, bro type, good job.
Good job with the exclamation mark.
With an exclamation, with an exclamation mark. It's very important. And
Bro doesn't he doesn't emote. Like, he just looks up, but Barrow smile.
Yeah, Barrow's smiling. He's like, thanks. I mean, I wanted to talk to you and see what you thought of everything happening. If you had an opinion on it or not. I've been carrying you around all this whole time, so I just figured, yeah.
Barrow asked that, and you could probably, for shits and giggles because of the gag, you could probably see the gears turning above Bro's head.
Mm-hmm.
It takes them a hot minute because it's a very vague question.
There is some processing happening there.
Yes. Hums a little louder as it goes. Because he rolled a 20 on knowing how to write and spell, I think it would be he would be grammatically correct, at least for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So it would probably let's see. Sorry for the pause. I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this.
You good?
The pause really makes sense because it would take Bro
forever to type this, and that is understandable.
Yeah.
And Barrow can be... He's a little impatient, which is why he's quietly musing to himself a way to directly hook Bro into this thing so that it can be faster, but he can wait.
There we go.
Yeah. And he...
For the recording,
yeah.
the job was to stop the big robots. We found you. I stopped you from leaving, but then we left together. The others associate with you, so you must be a friend.
And Barrow kind of frowns at that.
Because this was a much longer sentence, so Vera would definitely, like, you'd have to be watching him type this out.
Yep.
So,
like, he's watching all of this, so he gets, like, the job was to stop the big robots. We found you. And he's like, he's tilting his head in confusion, and then, he keeps getting more and more confused the more Bro types. And then when he types, must be a friend, he just kind of frowns really hard at that, like,
yeah. Every time Bro finishes one of these, he does, like, the 180, if you've seen, like, the Rob animations from Smash, and you've seen how he, like, turns around, and, like, the arms and head just, like, completely rotate on his base.
Yep.
So every time he finishes typing, Bro does that and looks up at Barrow.
Yeah, and
so he sees the frown, and he just, like, the head tilting it.
Barrow is kind of thinking, and he's just, do you... He's kind of drawing a bit of a conclusion here, and he's not really happy with this conclusion, so he kind of just...
Aw.
Do you know what I'm trying to do here?
I have to think on this one.
I mean, you can have Bro roll an intelligence, maybe, or a wisdom.
No, like, he doesn't have the complete thing. I know that much.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he'd have a few details and just misconstrue them, or not know anything.
Understandable. Okay.
I think, let's see. For posterity's sake, you have a plan. The others decided it was a good plan. I will help you with the plan.
So he kind of the frown softens. It's not as hard. Like, okay, Bro.
He vaguely understands there was a whole discussion.
Yeah. So he's
at least partially present before he fucked off to destroy a slushy machine.
Which I'm still just, yes.
I'm so glad you let me do that.
I'm so glad I let that happen. It was great. So Barrow kind of nods a little, and he just kind of I don't know if it's a good plan anymore, but it's the only one I've got, so it's what we're working with. Which I think, while you're typing that, I think that's probably the first time he's ever admitted that it's probably not a good plan. But that it's the only thing he can think of at the moment. And then he sees, which, again, he sees that Bro has typed, "I will help," with another bracketed smiley. And he kind of smiles a bit, and she's just, "Thanks, little guy. Means a lot." And he does mean that.
Barrow said thank you. He's happy. It's a colon D smiley.
Yeah. I think when I edit this video, I'm just gonna put what Bro type. God damn it! What Bro types on the thing so that it's just in the recording. But, fucking Barrow kind of he smiles again, and it's more genuine, and he's just, well, I'm glad at least you have faith in me. Someone, I guess, should. He's not like, he's just kind of like, he's still smiling. It's just that kind of like lighthearted ribbing on himself, like. But he kind of pats Bro on the head, for lack of a better, like, how do I affection at this tiny toy head pat?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last statement Barrow made, like, Bro doesn't know what to say. Like, you don't have like the gears turning above his head last time, but he, like, his head drops and he's just staring off, so you can tell he's probably like thinking, and you just pat him. Then Barrow just pats him. He just looks back up.
He's so cute. I love this robot. He just kind of don't worry about me, Bro. It is Bro, right? I never asked. I kind of just assumed.
Can you say the first part again?
Oh, he said, he said, don't worry about me, Bro.
Okay.
And then he said, it is Bro, right?
As he types this, it's ever so slightly faster. In a way where, like, you can tell he's not having to think about the words near as much as he normally does.
Yeah, okay.
So you can probably tell that this is, like, a phrase he knows very well.
Okay. And Barrow kind of smiles at that, like, oh, I get it. All right. That's good. That's real good. All right. So he actually he just kind of laughs a little, like, that's a good one. I like that. All right. So it is Bro. And he kind of sits back. His posture is actually relaxed right now, or, well, I guess as relaxed as this kid can get.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. He's fine. He's just very.
He's not fine. He needs an adult.
He's not fine. God, he does. He needs an adult and a hug. Anyway.
Bro can offer one of those things.
He can offer one of those things. But he kind of just sits back and says, "Okay, so that at least eases a couple of the worries I had. I had kind of worried I'd just kidnapped you without meaning to, and you were just kind of along for the ride because we kept picking you up. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad that, yeah." He just typed, "I am your buddy," and buddy is capitalized, and Barrow kind of...
The same as the last sentence, but it just stops at buddy.
Yeah. And Bro... I would say roll insight. Would Bro even know to, like, would bro, though? Like...
He honestly might. Surprisingly, he has a positive modifier for that. It is, however, a 1.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
13.
A 13. Okay, so with a 13, I can give you that, when Bro repeats types that, Barrow, he kind of pauses a little, and he's thinking about that, and it's, you get the impression that he's unsure how to really respond to that kind of statement. He seems surprised, I guess. Cause he, the first one is, like, the first I am your buddy, robotically operated, makes sense. Like, that makes sense. That's an acronym. Okay, that makes sense. And then he repeats, I am your buddy. And he doesn't seem to really know how to respond to that one, because he didn't expect Bro to emphasize that, I guess. And whether Bro intended to do that or not, that's how Barrow's interpreting it. So, he kind of pauses and looks from the typewriter to Bro and then back again, and he's just, you mean that? He sounds skeptical. I love this fucking robot so much. He said yes with another bracket smiley, and Bro smiles again, and it's a genuine one. And he again just kind of puts a hand on Bro's head, and just, thanks, little guy. Don't think I ever had a buddy before.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. So I am making you happy?
Yep. Yes.
He laughs a little, like, I I mean, I don't know if I'll be really happy until we can find Sid, but yeah, you make me smile. You make me happy. I like having you around, little guy. So he says, then I am doing my job well. And, Barrow kind of smiles a little and just says, okay, but his smile kind of, like, twitches a bit, and it's like, so it's your job to make me happy. But do you like doing that? But do you like doing that? Does that make you happy? He kind of...
On the recording, he said, "I'm your buddy" again.
Yeah.
And Barrow asks if that really makes Bro happy.
Yeah.
He pauses for just a second. It doesn't seem like a question he's ever had to think about before. He eventually goes,
My heart.
He goes, if my buddy is happy, then I'm happy. And also for posterity's sake on the recording, anytime bro typed I am your buddy specifically, buddy was capitalized. But this time it's lowercase in the specific sense.
Yeah. And Barrow is
if this typewriter even has case options.
You know what? We're saying it does, because whatever.
Close enough.
Toon magic, it doesn't matter. And Barrow kind of mulls that over. And he kind of decides that for now that'll be that'll be okay. Like, that'll be a good answer, because he doesn't want to, like, get existential on bro of, like, yes, but are you happy? Like, if I weren't, if like, he doesn't want to do that. He's just, bro has said he is happy, and this little robot has been nothing but completely genuine this whole time. And, like, been clearly like, I want to make you happy, even before Barrow got him a little typewriter to type his thoughts out of. So he accepts this answer, and he kind of smiles and is just, well, all right then. That's good to know. Glad you're happy. And he mean that came out, like, more sarcastic than I meant. He means it. He's genuine. Like,
Bro just kind of, I don't think he types anything for that. I think he just beeps.
Yeah. And Barrow just kind of smiles, like, yeah, I think I know that. I think I understand that one. And he sits back again, and he kind of thinks a moment, and glances at the I'm gonna say the other room in the inn, question mark, where the other two likely are, because I don't fucking...
Nebulous location.
The nebulous area where the other two are presumably sleeping. I don't know. Maybe they woke up when Barrow shouted. Perrin likely is awake. It doesn't matter. But he glanced...
I was like, Vera shouted at the bug. Bro's not trying to be quiet when he shocking grasps the bug. So, like, that probably made a much louder noise.
Cool. Awesome. I love it. So Barrow is sitting back, and he's kind of like mused, like, he's again like looking at Bro, and I imagine, like, until he did this, he would probably just kind of talk at this little robot, because just little robot listened and beeped at him in response to things, so it made it look like he was listening.
But now Barrow knows for sure that,
yeah, he's listening, which means he would have gotten a lot of, like, Barrow's thoughts on things, and just, like, his musings, and he kind of realizes this now of, like, okay, so he's had this, like, okay, good, this little robot knows to a degree what we're doing, is agreeing to help us, and thinks of me as a friend, and is like genuinely okay and happy with all of this. Okay, good. Oh god, this robot heard me talking for the last, like, however long we've been on this trip.
Bro just moves that blank stare.
Yup. There is no thoughts, and Barrow kind of, like, he kind of sits, or he kind of looks at Bro and just says, guess I feel like I know the answer here, but do you listen when I'm rambling at you? I try to listen to people. I don't always understand the things they say. So Barrow reads this and he nods and he's just I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Uh I guess that leads into thanks for always listening cuz it means a lot to me. Uh it's nice to just have someone to listen, you know?
Again, emphasizing that it's a thing with him.
Yeah. And Bro kind of God damn it, motherfucker. Bees. Barrow.
The result of the protect the town debacle.
Yep.
We have B.R.O and B.R.O in the same party.
Yep. Barrow. Uh, Barrow smiles a bit and well, yes, but I even if it is your job, I'm still thank you. Uh you you know, don't have to. And yeah. He's kind of getting a little awkward like and he's starting to like mess with his fingers again or like fidget with his hands.
So, this word. There we go. If my dad's coming in on my mic, I'm sorry.
No, I can't hear
Okay.
much.
He's talking
So.
to the dog.
Oh, that's um Bro kind of so he reads that says I was designed to make my buddy happy and he kind of tilts his head at that and he just says who designed you? That's a 19.
Bro has been much smarter this session than I expected him to be. We keep it really big dog. However, this specific thing wasn't for specific knowledge. It was so B.R.O asked specifically who designed you.
Mm-hmm.
I think all bro types is.
Okay. So Barrow thinks a moment, tries to reword his question a bit, and he, uh, hmm, hmm, hmm.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Roll insight on bro.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a negative modifier for
Oh
Barrow.
boy.
So, because this kid has no yeah, that's a 5.
Yep.
This kid has no wisdom.
I mean, dang.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's got an 8
Barrow would
wisdom.
definitely at least notice Bro like heavily pause before responding. But with a 5, you don't get more.
Yeah.
Barrow isn't even entirely sure if the pause was because he was thinking or not.
Barrow kind of thinks a moment and just says, "Do you not know who designed you? Or what?"
This sucks because I know how to phrase this as a player, but Bro's stupid.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting dilemma. I think with the 19, that's probably good enough where his would be.
You should know, but you don't. Is that... And he kind of frowns a bit. Is that what you're saying?
With this, again, definitely, you can hear, like, Bro's, like, hardware, like, operating a bit harder.
Barrow kind of frowns at the repeated explanation. And he he's thinking again.
Big thunk.
Big thonk. He's doing a big thonk. Like, if he were a toon, it would be like you would see the math equations flying around his head, just like he's not even thinking math. He's just thinking so hard that math would be floating around his head. And he kind of pauses a moment, and then he asks, are there any more of you? Or are you the only one? That's a 15. Bro's still rolling really good.
Not sure if he'd know is the question. I think as this, he would, like, finally,
Oh no! Barrow sees that, I don't know, with the sad bracket face, and he just kind of like, that's okay. That's okay. It's a pretty, hard to answer question sometimes. You don't gotta feel bad about it. This kid feels bad now. He made his friend sad.
Bro, you want to get a little bit? Bro's sad because he couldn't answer the question.
I know. I'm just like, it's okay. Like,
no, like he's not sad on his own behalf.
No, I know. Like,
he's sad specifically because he couldn't answer Barrow.
I know that. Barrow does not. And so Barrow's just like, it's okay. And then he tries, like, you don't have to know how many, like, if there were any more, it's not always the easiest thing to answer. It's okay. And, like, he does mean that. He's not, like, upset that Bro couldn't answer. But just, like...
Fun drinking game. Take a shot every time Hex cries and leans away from the mic. You will die.
I will die, because I'm dying. Sorry. Jazz, you're killing me with this tiny robot. Barrow's...
I was not expecting this to be this much of a Fields FPS, but...
Here we are.
I'm going for it, man.
Yeah. Things I expected. Fun beep boop times. Things I did not expect. Crying about a robot.
Now you got a robot twice within a short time span.
God. So
I am going to make you cry about a robot, and you're going to enjoy it.
So Barrow reads that, and he looks kind of surprised. Like, of course you're still a good buddy. Of course you're still my friend. Like, that doesn't... It's just a question. You don't have to be able to answer... What? He's so confused. He doesn't know why Bro was sad specifically, so he's just like...
This is an FPS, y'all.
This is sure an FPS. Oh my god. And Barrow again has, like, put a hand on Bro's head, like... You get the impression that he thinks that head pats are, like, the best form of affection to give. So he's just patting Bro on the head.
Bro doesn't object.
Yeah.
Bro beeps.
Can I roll insight on that beep?
I mean, you can. There wasn't much behind that beep, but
just
you
a
can
beep.
still roll insight.
It's just a beep. It's a 17, hey!
Because it's a 17, I feel like, Barrow might twig, like, why Bro is upset at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, more of a general insight. So he might twig that Bro is upset because he couldn't answer the question, not because he didn't know.
Okay. Barrow kind of, like, sits back and is just like, sometimes you're not gonna be able to answer questions, and that's okay. Like, you know that, right? That's not gonna change that I think you're, like... And he kind of like, he again, this is a child expressing emotions, and he's not good at that. He just kind of, like, gestures vaguely at the air, like, I mean, I think you're, I like you. I think you're neat, and being unable to answer questions isn't gonna change that. Like, you're a good little guy.
Bro definitely starts typing in the middle of that.
Yeah. Okay. uh, and Barrow gives just a fond little smile. And he just kind of says, I'm glad. Yeah, just, you know, don't feel bad if you can't, like, answer questions or, like, you know, you don't have to be perfect. It's, no one is. You, the whole point of being alive, I guess. I don't know. I'm not very whatever, but no one's perfect, and you shouldn't have to be. So, you shouldn't have to be either, so don't worry about it.
Bro doesn't type. Idle beep.
Idle beep. Barrow's gonna take that as an understanding. Because he doesn't know what else to interpret that as. But he kind of smiles again and just, well, that's, I guess that's good to know. And he stretches from his spot on the floor and has, like, that, I guess I kept you, awake? Question, do you sleep? I guess I kept you awake long enough for this. If does Bro have anything, like, that he would... I feel like I know this answer already, but does Bro have anything? Is he gonna do anything? Is he just happy here?
I don't think he has anything to say.
Yeah. He's just happy here. Yeah.
He's just sitting here, man.
He is just sitting here, and he's so valid. And Barrow, again, just he pats him on the head, and is just kind of like leaving his hand there, just like idly, just, you know, physical contact with this robot is good. It makes him happy. And he actually, he just kind of lays down on the floor right there. It's floor time. And
I feel like Barrow's the kind of kid that needs floor time.
He needs so much floor time. Oh my god. He lays down on the floor. His hand is still on Bro's head. God damn it. And he just kind of like he's just kind of like, I'm glad you're here, bro. And if you're okay with it, I can try and tweak that thing to make it easier for you to type or talk.
I'm gonna roll a d20 for this, just to see.
Okay.
That was a hammer space roll.
Yep. That's a 7.
So Barrow lies down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And Bro immediately, like, trundles around, like, in the middle of Barrow talking.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 was to see if Bro, like, actually stopped and completely heard what Barrow said. Because he rolled hammer space, and because you know, like, D&D starting equipment, he has a better roll. Like, he took out a blanket, immediately started, but he's like 8 inches, so he's like pull one corner. He's like pull one corner up, and then like drive around Vera's head, and then pull over the other corner up.
Barrow is watching him do this with the most, like, perplexed but amused look, and he's just...
If you'll let me, I'll say that there was also a pillow included, because I'm using, like, the bedroll thing.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. He takes...
And at the end, Ro pulls out of his, 8-inch body, tiny little hammer space compartment, pulls out, like, a whole pillow.
Bro, God fucking... Barrow watches him do this, and it's still that same, like, tunes are so weird fascination. Like, this might as well happen. He
Yeah,
just laughs.
Bro just plops the pillow on the ground and slowly starts shoving it towards Barrow's head.
Just,
Barrow would have to lift his head up to
he
let the pillow go under.
He does.
Does he just let
No,
Bro shove the pillow?
he lifts his head. He's not gonna be mean to the robot.
Yeah. So Bro shoves the pillow under
And
Barrow's head.
he just kind of laughs a little, and it's very fun. And he just, thanks, buddy. Gives Bro another pat on the head.
Bro beeps.
Yep. And I think I don't know if he's gonna sleep because he's just here for floor time at this point. Like, but he might because Bro has given him a blanket and a pillow, and
it's a very nice blanket.
It's a very comfortable blanket, and I have stated it in every FPS that this kid has been awake and working at night. Contrary to popular belief, half-elves do in fact need sleep. This kid is so sleep deprived. He is just like,
yeah. For flavor reasons, do you think that because Bro is like, you know, little toy robot, do you think the stuff he pulled out of his hammer space would be like pleasantly warm?
oh my god, yes.
I feel like it might be. Okay, you're letting me go with that?
Yes. I'm
yeah,
gonna let
so
you
the
go with
blanket
that.
and the pillow are both pleasantly warm. The blanket is probably a kind of fleece. I want to say that.
Oh man. This kid is like loving it because Inkwell is very cold. He's from a very, like, he's talked about his home country. Uh it's tropical. It's warm. It's literally like right on the equator. He's not used to Inkwell. It's frigid to him. And so a warm blanket and pillow, this kid's just like, oh man, this is nice. And he's just like, I actually do think that'll get him to pass out.
I have to find one thing. I have to see if I can find a gift for this. If you played Smash Ultimate,
Yep.
do you know Rob's down tilt attack?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, I want to try to find a gif of it. God.
Now I have to think. I'm trying to think.
There's a hitbox visualization, so hopefully that will be good enough for what I'm trying to convey here.
Mm-hmm.
It's hopefully the gif loads. Okay, it's the hitbox gif, but
come on, please. Oh, he just kind of like shoves both. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the reason I'm asking for that one, Bro starts tucking the blanket underneath Barrow with like a motion like that. Just like completely wrapping him up.
Shove. I love it. Yes.
But because he's so small, he can't do it in one go. So he just like shove the blanket, move over a little bit, shove the blanket, move over a little bit.
And Barrow is watching him again, that fond little smile, and he's just like, I legit don't think he's ever been tucked in before. And he's just like watching perplexed, and he's just like, thanks, little guy.
The longer it takes Bro to do this, the more Barrow just feels himself drifting off the warm blanket.
Yep. He's drifting. He's warm. He's happy. This little robot's tucking him in. Called him his friend. He's happy. Like,
by the time Bro finishes going all the way around Barrow's body, Barrow is out.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's out like a light. He is gone, and he looks like peaceful for the first time. Like, he doesn't snore, but he is out. Does Bro do anything else now that Barrow is out?
I think he does one more like lap around to make sure he's got everything.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. And once he's done, he gives like a satisfied beep, and then goes off and plugs himself back into the wall.
Aww. And we'll we'll end there with basically a shot of like the sun coming up and the other two in the house, or in this in nebulous location probably, waking up and finding Barrow asleep on the floor uh next to Bro, and he's curled up in a blanket that he did not have before. But can I do one thing?
Oh, go for it.
He is hugging this robot in his sleep.
Okay.
Like he's got one hand like around like one arm is just gently looped around the bit like Bro's base. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think that's where we'll call it.
Probably a great, good as place as any.
Yep. So,
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time, finally. So, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm going to make you feel things about a robot, and you're going to cry.
I did.
You're going to like
you.
it.
Thank you.